They are children of God.
New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy in quarantine tonight. As we have learned, now 2 senior members of his staff have tested positive for coronavirus.
This comes as Mayor de Blasio faces a lawsuit in the city over schools. CBS 2's Bauman has this.
I was just informed by my colleagues that I was in close proximity to someone on Saturday who has just tested positive.
Governor Phil Murphy abruptly walks off stage from a socially distanced event in Camden County Wednesday upon learning one of his senior staffers has tested positive for COVID-19.
I can't ask President Trump not to come to Bedminster and do a fundraiser and have me sit here.
Senior advisor Daniel Bryan has also since tested positive. The governor says he and his wife both tested negative shortly after, and neither has symptoms, but they still plan to quarantine through the weekend. Meantime, New York's governor is busy realigning the microcluster maps after reviewing the infection rates.
When we make progress, we adjust the targets.
Red zones remain in parts of Rockland and Orange counties, while some Queens neighborhoods move to the yellow zone, allowing businesses to reopen, indoor dining to resume, and schools to switch back to blended learning.
Being in the classroom is really important for students.
Staten Island City Councilman Joe Borelli is joining a group of parents suing the Department of Education and mayor to fully reopen public schools with the option for students to stay remote.
Now, would you be concerned about the health of the students, the teachers, and the staff?
Look, I mean, I'm concerned about anyone's health, but the studies are all indicating that schools aren't the super spreaders we once feared.
Parents we spoke to were split.
Our kids are safe and they love being there.
Because you don't know if it's safe. But I know I can't really teach him.
But as concern now grows of an uptick outside the cluster zones,
we definitely see areas where we need a lot more testing.
Mayor de Blasio has released the city's plan to distribute a vaccine once it's approved, with first responders, essential and frontline workers, and the vulnerable getting vaccinated in the first phase, then the general public in the second phase. In the short term, the mayor says kids can trick or treat on Halloween, but with face masks, sanitizer, and staying outside.
No trick or treating inside apartment buildings, for example. Do everything outdoors.
The city says reopenings for schools in the yellow zones will not go into effect before next week. As for the lawsuit filed against them, the Department of Education calls it, quote, a petty distraction, saying their safety protocols are designed to keep the risk at bay and align with federal, state, and local guidance. We're live in Washington Heights. Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Thank you. Purdue Pharma, maker of Oxy